Completing the ECAP service contract A-19 invoice voucher for payment. The A-19 invoice form is used by the Department of Children, Youth, and Families to process payment for services completed by the ECAP contractor. This form is included with the contract materials sent to the contractor's contact. If the form has not been received, it can be requested by emailing the ECAP inbox. The number and the type of slots are based on the contractor's request and funding availability. The slot rate is determined by legislation. The regional rate is then applied and can be found on the DCYF webpage. The contractor must obtain prior written approval for DCYF before changing the number of slots assigned to a specific site. Regional slot numbers are located in the Statement of Work in the section titled DCYF ECAP Part Day, School Day, Working Day, ECAP Models, and Eclipse. On the screen is an example of the Statement of Work in an ECAP services contract. The slot rate calculations are broken down in more detail in the contract's budgets reference documents, which is a part of the current contract package. The budget reference documents can be used as a resource as it identifies slot rate specified by the month, regional rate, funding model, part day, school day, and working day, ECAP layered services awards, ECAP, Eclipse, and CNF. The A-19 invoice is due on the 15th of the month following the month's services that were provided, except for the month of June, which is due by July 10th. Contractors may submit their A-19 invoices as early as the first of the month, along with the required contract deliverables. Submitting early allows time for processing and any necessary corrections. Each month, verify in ELMS that your slot location matches the contract and the A-19 invoice. Contact your CQI specialist before moving a slot to a different location. The arrows in purple identify the areas of the form that the contractor is required to fill out completely in order to avoid delays in the payment process. Let's walk through these steps. Number 1, in the invoice service period for budget, type the month and the year of the service being billed. Number 2, in the "This is a final bill," check yes or no. The yes is for the last voucher to be submitted by July 10th. All other vouchers should have the no marked. 3, type the bill quantity. Enter the number of slots contracted for the regional location of that slot. Contracted slots can be found in the contract statement of work titled DCYF ECAP, Part Day, School Day, Working Day, ECAP Model, and Eclipse. It is also identified in the budget reference documents. If contractors need to change slot locations, they need to first contact their CQI specialist to obtain prior approval. For example, July will be labeled slot type July, admin, enrollment staff development, region number. June and August will be labeled slot type June or August, admin, enrollment, staff development, region number. All other months, October through May, will be labeled ECAP slot type, region number. Eclipse will be identified as Eclipse slots region number. Working day slots will be labeled ECAP working day slots region number. Part day slots have an administrative rate and will be labeled similarly to the school day slots, but identified as part day slots. Number 4, Complex Needs Award, is billed based on reimbursement located at the bottom of the A-19 invoice. You would add the funds spent to the complex needs line in the A-19. Contractors will need to submit a monthly spending report via Smartsheet with the A-19 submission. Please ensure that the total requested for reimbursement in the A-19 is equal to the amount reported in the Complex Needs Fund's monthly spending report. 5. The contractor reviews and signs the A-19. The contractor identifies the job title of the person signing the A-19 and the date when the documents were signed. Submit the A-19 invoice to the DCYF ECAP inbox by email. Name the A-19 the following: contractor name, month, year, name of the form, contract number. The email subject line should have the same name on the form. For example, school name 725 A-19 26-1234. Please do not combine multiple A-19 invoices into one PDF. Send separate individual emails for each month of service. Individual deliverable submissions should be mailed separately and not attached within an A-19 invoice. Sending individual emails helps DCYF not to overlook contractors' submissions. The final step is to email the A-19 invoice to dcyf.ecap@dcyf.wa.gov. The July payment will be due on August 15th. Review slot distribution in ELMS and compare it to the contractor's statement of work and the budget reference document to verify that the regional locations still match. If they do not match, contact your CQI specialist. If they match, enter the total number of slots contracted in the appropriate region by model type, working day, school day, part day, eclipse, into the month being billed. For part day slots and school day slots for July will be labeled on the A-19 as July admin, enrollment, and staff development. The slots entered will be automatically populated the total amount of the invoice for the requested payment. Complex Needs Awards billed based on reimbursement located at the bottom of the A-19. You would add the funds spent to the Complex Needs line A-19. The A-19 will need to be completed and submitted to ECAP by the 15th of the month following the month of services completed, with the exception of the final invoice, which is due by July 10th. For example, an A-19 invoice for services that take place in September will need to be submitted to ECAP by October 15th. Contractors can submit their A-19 invoices as early as the first of the month, along with required contract deliverables. This helps provide additional time for processing and corrections if they are needed. DCYF has 30 days to issue payment from the time the contractor submits a properly filled out A-19 invoice with all required contract deliverables. And again, submit your A-19 invoice voucher via email to the DCYF ECAP inbox. It's important to name the A-19 document appropriately to ensure proper and thorough processing by DCYF staff. A-19 invoices should be submitted in the format seen here on the slide. Contractor name, month, year, A-19 contractor number. The email subject line should read exactly as the document is saved. Again, this just ensures that the invoice is routed appropriately by the DCYF ECAP staff. One last reminder, please do not combine multiple A-19 invoices into one PDF. They are often overlooked or missed, which causes delays in payment processing. Please send separate individual emails for each month. If a contractor has not received payment after submitting the A-19 invoice, it may be because the contractor has not completed the following: the ELMS monthly report, Eclipse service delivery report, Complex Needs Fund's monthly spending report, or other late contract deliverables. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the A-19 invoice submission process. If you have any other questions or need assistance, please contact your CQI specialist or email the ECAP inbox. Thank you.